If I'd stayed in my car that night, I wouldn't have seen the house. I wouldn't have stepped inside. And I wouldn't carry the truth that haunts me now. My car broke down on an empty stretch of highway, miles from civilization. With no phone signal and no passing cars, I decided to walk. That's when I saw it. Faint, flickering light through the trees. It was a house, old and crumbling, but inviting. Warm light poured from the windows like a lifeline. I knocked hesitantly, and the door creaked open. A man greeted me, tall, thin, with a tired smile that somehow didn't reach his eyes. "Trouble with your car?" he asked, his voice soft. "Yes. Can I use your phone?" I asked. "Of course. Come in. It's dangerous out here at night." I stepped inside, greeted by a metallic smell, faint but unmistakable. The house was oppressively warm. A woman appeared, pale and thin, her smile stretched unnaturally wide. "You poor thing," she cooed. "You must be hungry. Sit. I'll get you something while my husband calls for help." Before I could protest, she set a bowl of stew in front of me. Dark, thick, chunks of meat floating in a cloudy broth. The first bite made my stomach twist. The meat was stringy, with a tang I couldn't identify. "You don't like it?" she asked, her smile faltering. "It's fine," I lied, forcing down another bite. Across from me, a boy sat silently. He stared unblinking, a grin barely curling his lips. I felt my skin crawl under his gaze. "I need the bathroom," I blurted, standing abruptly. "Second door on the left," the man said, his smile tightening. I walked down the dim hallway, but stopped at another door, slightly ajar. A faint light spilled from within. I don't know why, but I pushed it open. It led to a basement. The smell hit me like a wave, thick, metallic, suffocating. Against my better judgment, I descended the stairs. A butcher's table stood in the center, its surface dark with old stains. Hooks dangled from the ceiling, some empty, others holding meat. Bones littered the floor, some gnawed, some disturbingly intact. My breath caught as I saw something that froze me in place. A human skull perched on a shelf, its hollow socket staring. "What are you doing down here?" The voice behind me made me spin. The man stood at the top of the stairs, his smile gone. "I got lost," I stammered. "You shouldn't have come here," he said, stepping closer. Behind him, the woman appeared. Her smile was gone too, replaced with a twisted, hungry expression. The boy stood beside her, holding a jagged blade, rusted and crude. "You can't leave," the man said softly. Panic surged. I shoved past them, bolting through the house and out into the cold night. Their laughter followed me, echoing through the trees as I ran blindly toward the road. Finally, I flagged down a passing car. The driver stared at me as I gasped out what had happened. "You're lucky to be alive," he said. "There's no house around here, hasn't been for decades."